Hey guys, Blue Life here, and today is April the 20th, which marks my 1-year anniversary of doing this channel on YouTube. So I thought, what better way to commemorate the event than to give you a brand new overview of my DVD and Blu-ray collection. Now, I'm going to attempt to do these in 3 parts. First off, I'm going to show you my Disney collection. And I'm going to have to go through these rather quickly to fit within the 10-minute to 15-minute time frame, because I already filmed this once and wound up talking about these movies for half an hour. So this is the second attempt, so I'm going to try to shoot through these pretty quickly. First, we're going to start with the DVDs. We have the Mystery and the Mist edition of The Great Mouse Detective. Pretty good film. We have Newsies. This stars a lot of good people: Robert Duvall, Bill Pullman, and Margaret. We have The Sword and the Stone. Now, honestly, I've been meaning to get more Disney films on DVD, but really the Blu-rays have kind of monopolized my my funds and interests. But hopefully in the future I can get some cheaper DVDs to add to that collection. But now we're getting into the Blu-rays. So first up is Disney's A Christmas Carol. This is pretty faithful adaptation of the story. Jim Carrey does a really good job as Scrooge and is doing different voices for different characters. This is the 4-disc combo pack. Has a nice holographic cover there. Next up we have Alice in Wonderland, the 60th anniversary edition. This is just a classic film. I remember watching it as a kid. Next up, we have Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. Now this is kind of a different take on Alice in Wonderland. It's more or less the original Alice in Wonderland plus the sequel Through the Looking Glass combined. But, you know, this really surprised me. This was a blind buy for me when I picked it up, and I quite enjoyed it. Next up, we have Disney's Bambi. This certainly brings a lot of memories back. I used to watch this all the time as a kid, and this movie really, I think this movie is really good for kids. I mean, you basically follow these characters as they go through life. Next up is probably my favorite Disney film of all time. It is Disney's Beauty and the Beast. I mean, there's a great voice cast in this, great songs. I really do think the songs are what make this. Next up, we have Disney's Bolt. Not the best film. This was a blind buy for me. I got it in the Disney movie club when I joined for like $5. I got this and a couple other films in my collection here. But yeah, not a great movie. It really didn't do much for me. I think this is more. I think kids will enjoy this, but adults will probably get bored. Next up, we have Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life. Now, this is Pixar's sophomore effort. Definitely not as good as Toy Story, but still definitely worth a watch. Still a pretty good film. Next up, 4-disc special edition of Fantasia 2000. Just a really cool pickup. Nice slipcover on it, and I mean, you get the Blu-rays for each film, and then DVD copy of each film. Some nice special features on it as well. Next up, we have Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc., a very funny film. Good voice cast. You got Billy Crystal, John Goodman, and the computer animation is just beautiful on it. Next up, not a great film, but it's a fun one. It's one I like to call a popcorn flick. This is National Treasure, starring Nicolas Cage, and this is one that you can put in every now and then and enjoy it, get a few laughs here and there out of it. And Diane Kruger, hot. Next up, we have Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, this is a classic film. I love this film to death. Next up, we have Prince of Persia, and this is another blind buy for me. I didn't see it in theaters, but you know, I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it's certainly not a perfect film, certainly not a great film, but it's a good film. Jake Gyllenhaal kind of takes an action star role in this and pulls it off fairly well. Gemma Arterton, hot. Next up, we have the 70th anniversary edition of Pinocchio. Really good film. And honestly, just a really good addition to my collection here. Next up is Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. This is probably the only good Pirates of the Caribbean film. Honestly, I didn't really think much of the sequel, and I haven't seen the third one. Now the fourth one's coming out. Next up, we have The Rookie. Now I have watched about half of this, and it's pretty good. You know, Dennis Quaid's pretty good in it. It sticks to the formula of the sports underdog story. Next up, we have the Platinum Edition of Sleeping Beauty. This was actually the first Disney film to get released on Blu-ray, and with this, you actually get to see a never-before-seen expanded version of the film, which is nice. Tangled 3D. This is the 50th animated Disney film, and it's quite good. Quite good. Definitely worth a watch. Next up, we have trilogy of sorts. It is Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. Really good films. Pixar really hit out of the park with this series, and you have to watch these films. Next up is a really good Pixar film. It's Up. You know, a lot of people complain about this being depressing, and yeah, there are some sad parts into it, but you know, I just thought it was really good, a really fun film. And finally, that brings us to Disney and Pixar's WALL-E. You know, honestly, there is not a bad Pixar film out there, and this one is just really good. You know, you think that. I mean, look at that character there, it's WALL-E. But I think kids can definitely relate to WALL-E just because of his emotions in his face. If it weren't for that, then you know, I don't think the movie would have succeeded the most. So it definitely comes down to the design of WALL-E. But a very good film, and the picture quality on this is fantastic. Well, guys, that brings an end to part 1 of my DVD Blu-ray overview. This has just been my Disney DVD and Blu-ray collection. So stay tuned for part 2 when I show you all my DVD and Blu-ray movies. And then part 3, I'm going to show you my TV shows on DVD and Blu-ray. So guys, tune in until next time. Bye.